Okay. Okay, we are very quickly trying to play catch up. Let me get Panos on the phone, which means I need these. Okay. And while... Hey, how's it going?
Hey, just fine, just fine.
Good. Give me just 1 second to get the deck
Still under
list up.
lockdown.
You still what?
Under lockdown.
Oh. I mean, everyone should be, right?
Yeah. I am sporting the Scorpion t-shirt though. Like,
That's
if it comes
appreciated.
to
Is that to make nice for your rant yesterday?
What can I say?
There's nothing to say. Give me just... Okay, so they're still working at this. Everyone who's watching, I'm just an idiot with time zones, and I thought I had an hour for this. And looking at the calendar, I clearly did not. So I am a little behind.
They have not started, so that's okay.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that they pinged me and are kind enough to wait for us to join. Okay, so... Oh, come on, load. Yep. Okay, so we have Algahra's deck. We just recently did this one. We are now in round 2 of the Invitational, I believe. This is still the incorrect Suke on the list, but I believe on Jigoku he has the correct one.
Yeah, it has been fixed.
Yes. So this is a big honor Phoenix, break things kind of deck. Akakus' deck.
It is, I think, card for card. Don't quote me on this, but it's like 99% similar to the one Zelda submitted for the Clan Wars Top Cut.
Okay.
Down to the spicy Eigen Swim.
Yes. This one has a wide variety of cards. There's lots of 1s and 2s in the conflict list. I assume, yep, there's a Sinister Peacekeeper, so I expect some truly toxic bidding to happen and results of bidding. Not a lot of conflict characters, but a wide variety of options here, which is kind of nice. Okay, yep. They are starting.
The spicy one-offs are really nice in Scorpion.
It makes it really hard to play around things, right? Like.
Exactly.
Okay, so we see a Peacekeeper and a Manipulator on Scorpion. Phoenix gets a Naive Student. So here we see the toxicity of the Peacekeeper.
Yeah. We see a very good interaction, healthy.
Yes. The Manipulator bids up to 6, gives Phoenix an honor, and then the Peacekeeper makes him lose that honor. Which
on the other hand, like, those two together just do one card, right? It's not...
It is just one card. Yeah. So it's not like the end of the world as far as interactions go, but it certainly makes Scorpion have that much more of a toxic feel. Like in this instance, you don't even get the benefit of getting an honor off of this. All right.
Okay.
This is just super fucking aggressive. Finds Senpuku Saido, assassinates the naive student.
This
Fire.
feels wrong.
Maybe.
Like, you can go water for the same effect, and then earth, and have a backup in case of conflict character.
Yeah, but now Sinister
Plus, you
Peacekeeper
fit
is a
Tadaka.
2/4. The Sinister Peacekeeper is a 2/4 now.
Well, yeah, but you can break the Sado anyway. Okay, I guess you want to try and find something else, but like, that's scary.
I don't mind this play so much because even if Algahra drops a conflict character, Akakus has times to favorable ground out.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
Which means he'd still get favor anyway. So it's definitely aggressive, and I do agree with that, Medalia. There's
You're not getting the favor if you move out, because Algahra can also move out.
Sure, but then if you drop a conflict character in...
It's just a one-off. The sneak cannot enter political.
This is true.
Like, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm just trying to work my way through the...
No, that's true.
So we see the Field of Ruin dying, and we see court games for court games?
Yep.
No, we don't.
No, court games on Tadaka up. Then he goes home, like you said, and... So if Algahra wants the favor, he has to not attack, right? Because he has to IMS, otherwise the Peacekeeper stays standing.
Yeah, I think I was about to say that Void is probably more value.
Yeah, I think so too.
You get a break and you get a body off the board for the next turn.
Goes to Silent One's Monastery. That is by far the safest place to attack, which is just also more horrible interactions of City of the Open Hand and now Sinister Peacekeeper.
I actually don't mind this card. I think Silent Ones is overrated. Like, it shouldn't even be in the deck.
No, I think it's a solid card for sure. I think what makes it really toxic is how it interacts with City of the Open Hand just to make things feel super bad.
Well, I guess. For me, I think the drawback of being eminent is makes it okay, but my issue is that it kind of auto wins the honor line matchup, which I think is a bit of a problem, like starting off a deck just by existing.
Yeah, real quick, we'd see a terrible flip on Scorpion.
Yeah, are we gonna see the renown? No, okay, the pass, because he expects the season, of course.
Yep. And I think you have to seasons here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you
so
Amanos, I know you probably don't mean that, but I think it is. I just think it's bundled with the rest of Scorpion's horse shit is what makes it bad. We don't see
I think it's actually healthy. And I'm the one ranting most of the time.
Okay, so we don't see the season's fire.
We don't see the season.
We see a 5/3.
I like that. Yeah. It certainly feels like Phoenix has a lot of oof.
There's a Field of Ruins on Dispatch, which is a good thing for Phoenix. This is feeling kind of sketchy for Scorpion here.
Yeah. So here's where you start to rethink that first turn. That fire attack did nothing in the end. And the assassination just gives that deck effect.
Yeah. Oh, what did he take to the Tadaka? I completely missed that.
The Field of Ruins.
Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so Solemn Scholar goes to Unbridled Ambition.
I like this.
That's definitely interesting. It's military though, so dishonoring it is slightly more complicated. Because now there's 3 Blade Scorpions. This should be fine.
Yeah. There is a chance that we see the
Yeah, there's Cloak of Night.
Soul Beyond Reproach from the Phoenix because he's on them
This is true.
as well.
That's on Phoenix Splash. Forgery attempts to cancel Cloak. Voice cancels Forgery. What else do we have here?
I'm not an expert, so I don't know what the cloak like on the matchup. Yeah, let's see another sensor.
Yeah, so, Cloak gives the Scholar Glory, which means if it gets honored, it's super huge.
Yeah, I just think it might have been a mistake to not use the Data's effect before the cloak. I'm not sure if that was intended or no.
Maybe. Tadaka gets rid of Ujina and kills the Court Games. Bonsai on the Scholar. Sorry, they do stuff as soon as I take my glasses off.
It feels like the game is swinging the Phoenix's favor.
Oh, there's another assassination.
Okay.
Live fast, die hard.
That's assassination number 2. And Dispatch can even the game out now.
Yep. And
3 honor though.
3 honor is kind of sketchy, right? So I think the manipulator is going to go. Is Algahra on against the waves? Yeah. That makes any kind of attack kind of bad. Eric Sampuko is safe-ish.
Yeah, attacking political gives him clarity.
Yep, but there's a forgery in hand for clarity. There's another clarity. Yeah. There's another forgery. Whoo!
He still has against the waves.
And there's the third clarity of purpose. Hot damn.
This is a reminder, kids. At this level, you cannot be poking political. If you poke against the Phoenix, poke in military.
So there is no way out of that conflict now.
Yeah. Very spicy from both players. 3 forgeries and 3 clarities.
So we saw 3 forgeries and a censure and 3 clarities of purpose this round. The upside is both decks are kind of taxed for that. Oh, excuse me, taxed for that. We see him bounce the adept to go down to 2 honor.
Oh.
Goes to Unbridled.
Hold up. Is the Scorpion getting disarmed this round?
No, you have to play the adept in now.
Yeah, that's still very, very annoying for.
And now being at 1 honor isn't super terrible, right? Because City of the Open Hand means it's 2. Soul Beyond Reproach right now would be really good for Scorpion, which we do not see. Well, he would have lost 2 honor if he didn't defend that conflict, because he would have lost for the unopposed, and then firing would dishonor someone.
Yeah, that line wasn't bad. Poaching, like if you have 3 cancels, poaching political here is a crime.
No, he did still lose 2.
You can stop all against waves. He's still losing 2?
Right, because of
he just lost 1.
I don't know what happened.
You mean by taking it in his hand first? Yeah, but he did force the Phoenix to attack in air instead of attacking something else.
Okay, so now we're going to see Scorpions start trying to pull ahead on cards, but 2 Forgotten Libraries are going to make that kind of difficult.
Yeah, and also he didn't get a second dispatch. That would have been pretty big.
Sukie gets honored, which means he's ginormous. I assume we've got Secret Cache and Shameful left in a row.
Yep.
Which isn't the worst thing in the world. It can make these conflicts for Phoenix a little sketchier. Asami, I like that character. I don't know if she's going to do enough this conflict or this game.
It certainly feels that This is a very uphill struggle now.
Mm-hmm. We see one bids, Forgotten Libraries keeping Algahra ahead on cards. Is Akakus on duty?
He has a
Oh,
cocast.
he's city. What the hell am I talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should
It's
have seasoned last
understandable.
turn.
You are the only clan with a restricted stronghold.
Yeah.
Easy to forget.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we see the obvious air conflict.
That's not obvious, I think.
I think you kind of have to go air. Water wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, I think water is a very viable line. I'm just not.
I don't necessarily like continuing to go back to Sanfuku Saido, but it's the world we live in. And yeah, if you would have seasoned last turn, Algar would have 6 cards in hand instead of 10. So I think that was definitely a big hiccup.
Yeah, that was probably an error. Maybe he didn't want to for Algahra to have ancestral shrines, but I think library is the card that you really need to kill in this matchup.
Yeah, I think you can deal with shrines better than you can deal with libraries. So we see a water conflict at cash. This I don't really see. For Shames could do some work here.
Maybe triple for him without a deck effect or something. Let's see.
Let's take a quick look at his deck and
Does
see.
he run bonsais?
He does have 2 bonsais.
He also has an imbued with shadows.
Imbued with shadows can do some work, and Way of Discord. So he's not necessarily out of it. There's a gossip, probably going to hit Cloak of Night. Nope, against the waves.
Against the waves.
Okay,
yeah,
so
okay, that's understandable.
So it seems like he's going to have ways to bow out Tadaka here. Assassination calling in favors. Those were not the cards he wanted to see from Tadaka, because those aren't going to be diddly.
I think maybe no. It's better that he uses
just breaks
Tadaka.
cash. Okay. But that stands Suke. Eesh, this is
a big Tsuke.
Yeah. And
I guess you can attack fire to force him to defend it, kind of.
I don't think
he will.
No, because under the box is effective deception.
Yeah, that's enough to break it, right?
Yeah. Especially when he drops an ornate fan on him. Okay. So now you absolutely can't attack. You need to defend and try and survive the turn.
So that's 4 cards of season, and
so Suke is now. Okay, yeah, he did.
He's a very big boy.
He's 11 political. Going
12.
into 12 of the favor. Going into effective deception does mean that it's going to take some work, but I have to imagine there's a non-zero number of court games in Way of the Scorpions here.
We have seen 1 court games be discarded, so let's see how many he has. 1 for shame.
There's a for shame, which is actually enough.
It is still possible that this somehow turns around.
Possible. So we see
the mediator.
Mediator.
This starts off court games. If
it eats the court games.
If Akakus had it, he should have played it first.
Calling in favors to take the ornate fan. Okay. No, I don't want to become famous. You can go away.
Have the same spam.
Okay, so he is definitely Okay, there's another mediator.
Double mediators?
We need to see like a Way of the Scorpion or some kind of targeted dishonor here.
Maybe another for shame as well.
For shame would be great. Suke can't get stood up with against the waves this turn, which is big. Akakus taking this long to decide the action kind of tells me that he doesn't have it, though. Because it feels like the clearest path is to absolutely dishonor. Nope, nope, that's it. That was quick. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In and out. Yeah, I do think that one fire conflict on turn 1 and then not playing seasons turn 2.
And something else that again, like people tend to forget, if instead of attacking political, he attacked, he poked military with the manipulator,
it would have been a different.
He could negate all against the waves, and then he could play the Adept of Shadows to resolve Void Ring. So this attack wouldn't even be here, and he would be in a very good spot.
Yeah.
Like this game would be super winnable.
Yep, and those were
but you can't mess up in an invitational like this.
Oh yeah, no, I mean those were like honestly like 3 relatively minor misplays, and I can understand not wanting to seasons, but I think that more than anything was a tipping point, because if he hadn't seasons, or if those forgotten libraries weren't there, Algahra would be down to 3 cards instead of 7 and may not have had all those mediators. So
yeah.
All right. Well, that was really quick. I think we have some more games lined up this afternoon.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, just tonight. It's Dema versus Arzucket. So definitely check that one out if you have the time. Looks like it's going to be 8 o'clock Central Time. So wherever you are.
4 in the morning Greek time.
God damn, dude, that just makes me tired.
Thank you, demagogue. And I asked him, like, what time is your game? He's like, 4 in the morning. Don't tell me you're sleeping. And I'm like, well, sometimes I like to sleep at that hour.
Man, I'm an old man, and 4 o'clock in the morning is just not. That's not okay. But yeah, no. Quick game. We're seeing a lot of games being decided by minor misplays. So that means it's good L5R, right?
Well, you know, when like Algahra played this almost perfectly, if you make a minor mistake, he will lit you up.
Yeah. I think like I don't know. Like I can't hypothesize, without knowing what would have happened, if that makes sense. Like the game would have been very different if Algahra hadn't gotten 4 cards off Forgotten Library. The game would have been very different if it had been a military poke on Sampuku. Because then, it was on Shameful, wasn't it? That was somewhere. It doesn't matter. The game could have gone either way, and it was just very tiny things that made the difference at the end of it.
Yeah, certainly.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
See you guys.